Honestly, and so do our boys. I'm sure you get sick of hearing about fundraisers and that, and I understand that. And the reason we fundraise so hard is we want to run things right. We want to reward our boys when they do great things, and we want our boys to look top-notch when they go out to wrestle. We want to reward them when they do great things. And one of the things we've always done is we try to get the boys something when they qualify for state. We usually do sweats and a shirt. And we stopped doing that because we were paying so much money to rush a cheap pair of sweats and a t-shirt here and pay for the rush job on it, that we were paying more for the rush job than we were paying for the sweats and the t-shirt. And so we decided last year we were going to start waiting and giving them whatever they get at the banquet. Last year we did bags, wrestling bags, and we decided what we're going to do is we're going to do something different every year, because if a kid qualifies 2 years in a row or 3 years in a row, we don't want him to have 3 of the exact same bag and not be able to use 2 of them or whatever. So this year, you get an Under Armour pullover. It's the very first thing printed with our new Hawk, and it says Hawk Wrestling on the front, and on the back it says State Qualifier 2016. So the first one is, today I'm about to question you, David Hernandez. Tell a story?
Yeah, go for it.
David has the quote of the year. David has the quote of the year. He didn't show up to practice a couple days in a row, and I like to hunt people down when that happens. So after calling Mom and Dad and everybody I could think of, I finally got a hold of David. David finally came in, and I said, "What the heck's going on?" And he said, "I'm not wrestling anymore." And I said, "Well, why not?" He said, "Well, I suck, Coach, I suck." And he did. But he came back in and he worked hard that last 3 or 4 weeks, and the improvement he made from that day until the end of the year was more than he'd made from the first day on. And he got much better because he finally committed to it and buckled down. So that's him. Braden, you're next. This is me. Manny. Manny is a small. Nice job, Hungry Manny. Cisco's medium. We weren't sure Cisco was going to make the state tournament this year. Then by the end of the year, if we hadn't blown a call at districts, we probably would have won the district tournament. So he really turned it around and did great things. Victor. Victor. Victor and I go a long ways back. And when Victor was a freshman, Victor had the poor unfortunate luck of getting in my advisory class. And so in advisory, our freshman year, I asked Victor, "What are you going to wrestle?" "Well, wait till you wrestle." And he told me that he wasn't. And I very politely took him out in the hall and taught him all the bad words I knew. And he hated every bit of wrestling his freshman year. But he worked hard. And I've never had a kid that works as hard as Victor and has the rotten, crappy luck that Victor has. Every single year Victor's gone to state, Victor has legitimately been in the, one of the toughest, if not the toughest weight that there is. And if I could have 40 kids like Victor, we'd win state championships every year. And I want you to know that sometimes those medals from the state tournament aren't all it's about. And thank you for how you've done this. Are you leaving? Sorry. Hi. Love you. Our next one is our transplant. And every time I entered Tristan in the tournament this year, I always had to go through the hassle of calling the tournament up and telling them that he doesn't wrestle for Burley, because in track wrestling he still would pop up under Burley for some reason. Tristan didn't say 7 words all year, but by the end of the year, he was part of us, and we kind of figured him out, he kind of figured us out, and Tristan's a large. Keenan would have been our next one. Our next one is Kyle. Never ceases to amaze me. Kyle, when I first started coaching him, is kind of, he stunk. He was so awkward. I just watched him wrestle and go, that kid's never going to get better. And Kyle placed at state this year, and he gets better every time he goes out. So. Our fab freshman, MJ, qualified for state as a freshman at 152 pounds, which is pretty unheard of. So, we tried to talk Gabe into wrestling for years, and he wouldn't because his fiance said he couldn't. But this year she wasn't here, so we said what she doesn't know won't hurt her until after it's too late. And he came out and qualified for state in his first year, and so Gabe said. This next guy, every time he wrestles, I just look at the other coach and say, this kid's got one move and you're about to see it. So Caden, come on up. There's been more days than not that I've been going to kill this kid. Losers always whine about their best. He's a large, huh? This next one I'm not sure was going to make it either, but at least we didn't lose him to becoming the stat girl for basketball. So Alex, you're up. I can't believe you went for the stat.
It was the manager.
The basketball manager.
It was a management position.
Probably the best hair on our team. It doesn't move during matches. It intimidates his opponent all by itself. Skyler, you're next. No, Coach, he does this.
Does he? He's back. Oh yeah,
Next
I've
one
seen that.
needs no introduction. We just call him beef and cheddar, and you're next. These next two I'm going to bring up together because without each other, they both suck. But because of each other, what happened, these two kind of have bookend stories from the last 2 years, because last year at state, Mike went out and wrestled the Mountain Home kid and got beaten and put him out of the tournament, and he didn't get a place. when he probably should have. Oh, Rigby kid, sorry. And watching Mike lose that match, we learned everything that Rigby kid did wrong. And so then Chan just happened to have the Rigby kid the next day. And so we just took everything that Mike taught us and went out and stomped him. And so Chan went on to get a state medal that year. And Mike went up to the stands and got a mustache. And this year they beat each other up. And because of that work, Mike went on to get a state championship. And neither one of these two would have either one of those medals without each other. And next year, there's no doubt in my mind that I have to buy a new double extra large varsity singlet because I'm going to need 2 of them for the championship match at the state tournament because they're going to wrestle each other. And I'm going to hate every minute of it. But these two are awesome. Okay. Real quick, we usually have a lot more of these to hand out. This is our sole district champion plate this year to hang in the room. Mike? And it's funny how stuff evens itself out. We only have 1 district champion plate to hang this year, but we have 6 state placer plates to hang. So the first one is Braden Dickinson. Keenan's not here, so we'll wait on his. Kyle? Skylar? And Mike. Okay. The next ones we don't get to do these very often, and they're always special when they do. We say all along, having a state champion is expensive because we try to do things right. We try to immortalize that moment for them in our program with something for the room. We try to give them something to remember it by. And I tell the boys every year, you guys keep winning them and I'll keep finding money to take care of it. So Mike is my TA, and I got this morning, and I made Mike sit next to me with this sitting on the desk and didn't let him open it. And he didn't like that. So Mike, now you can open it. And then most of you have seen Jordan's shadow box in the room. Jordan's will always be in the room, and from now on they'll line the hall by the wrestling room. And so this is our new piece. Okay, now to the business side. We only get better if we keep working, okay? And we lose a lot this year. We lose awesome seniors. We won a lot of matches, scored a lot of points, and we gotta find a way to make that up. So,